So I want you, Eva, to introduce yourself to the people who are watching and maybe don't know your work, don't know you, don't. So could you introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Eva Gronowitz, and I'm known under Evelinka Puppets and also Beacon Art Studios. So I make puppets. And before I made puppets, I used to work as a production designer for movies and commercials, and I did costume design. But at some point, I felt like I didn't make anything. I mean, I designed it, but I didn't actually do anything with my hands. So when I had free time, I went back to something I used to do when I was young, and that was making puppets. And all of a sudden, I had all these puppets, and I didn't know what to do with them. And somebody said, you know what? There's this store, it's called Etsy, and you could just put your things there. This was like, I don't know, 10 years ago, maybe. And I was like, okay. And I put them there, and for a long time, nothing happened. Nobody bought anything. And then somebody said, if I send you a picture of me, could you turn me into a puppet? And I was like, yeah, I think I could do that. So that's how it all started. That was maybe 2008.
Wow.
And now I quit all my day jobs. All I do is puppets. I've been doing that for a while, yeah.
And you live from the building. You have a business around that, and you have people working under you.
Yes.
That's a success story.
It is. It is.
That's so cool. So we can see some of those guys behind. And I just want to let you know, Eva, that we have people watching from Mexico City and from Atlanta. So cool to have you guys. So yes, we have people watching internationally. So that's so cool.
Okay.
So are you ready, Eva, for the deep question of the Puppet Podcast?
Okay, let's try.
Yes. The first one is the why. Like, what makes puppetry an art that you cherish?
I like to work in lots of different materials and in different ways. And I like to paint, and I like to sew, and I like to sculpt, and I like to make things from recycle. And so like in puppets, you could do all of it. I mean, these, like mostly now, since it became a business, I work with fleece, and they're soft like Muppet puppet styles. But for many years, I did marionettes, which is totally different. You sculpt in clay, you work in wood, less fabric, some fabric. I think that's why I really enjoy the art of puppets, because anything could be used in making a puppet. And it's fun. Like, you have to figure things out. Like, sometimes you get a design and somebody wants this really weird here, and you go like, what am I going to make it from? And you look at all these things, and you find something, you go, this looks just like it. I'm going to use this. So it makes it like you have to be creative, and there's no rules. Like, nobody can say, no, you can't use that. No, you can use anything you want. So I guess it suits me.
Yes, it's so much creativity, and it's precious. It's so much sparkle of inspiration. I'm really happy to hear that. And I want to know your crush for puppetry. Do you have a specific moment like you could relate to that's, whoa, I want to do that. I want to do business with this.
I think it started a long time ago when I was a student studying theater, and we had a visit to a puppet maker. And I was like, oh, wow. And me and my friend, we went home and we made puppets like the same day. And we were like, oh, this is so cool. But then life, continued, and I went to film school. And actually, when I was in film school, I needed money. So I found a store. It was called Geppetto. And he sold puppets. And I said, if I make puppets, would you sell them? And he said, sure. So I made these little marionettes, and he sold them in his store, and I got some money. But then I didn't do puppets for many, 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 many years. And then, as I told you, after so many years not making anything, not touching any material, I started just for fun to make the puppets again.
Yes. So yeah, it's a lot of little anecdote, but you get into it back, and it's a cycle, multiple cycle, and you get back into this passion.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And I want to let you know that we have other people watching from California, Hollywood, and Sherbrooke, Quebec.
Okay.
So
That's great.
That's funny.